Just some junky junk right in there, all over this point. Junk, rocks. Actually, I've got a brush pile sitting here. Yeah, that looks good. I'm in 21 foot of water, 82.8 degree water temp. Come on, that's ridiculous. It's 2 weeks into September. Let's fish this point. Oh, what a stupid hook set. Mama. That's large. Large. It's a large. Come here, bud. I don't know why he's so mad. Like, why are these fish so mad all the time? Look at how they're choking this jig, bro. No doubt. That's a missile. That's a freaking Ike's Mini Flip 3/8 ounce missile jig. And he freaking choked it. Baby D-bomb. But look at that. That's a nice fish, huh? Decent fish, bruh. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's talk about late summer time bass fishing, okay? 2 weeks into September. I don't know if it's technically supposed to be fall yet, but we've had a couple nights to where it was pretty cool, if you know what I mean. Kind of tricks you into getting in that mindset to where, all right, it's fall. It's time to break out the buzz baits. You know what I'm saying? The square bills, the dock skipping jigs, skipping docks. If I get some shirts made that says skip docks and it has some cool artwork, will you buy them? Hell yeah, you will. Late summertime fall fishing, it can be tricky. You can have like some cold snaps to where, like I said earlier, you'll get some colder nights to where instead of it being 80 degrees at night, it's gonna be like 65 to 70. We've had a couple of them. I haven't been on this lake in probably 2 or 3 weeks. So this is my first day back out here. And you know, my buddy fishes it every day. And he's a guide down here, and he was telling me that they were on secondary points, this and that. Well, he's all the way at the other end of the lake. I'm up in the river section. Totally different world. You can ask anybody. Totally different world. I was in the mindset, you know, I brought a buzz bait, you know, I skipped a couple docks just to make sure. You know, I threw a square bill, I threw a frog, and the way we throw frogs up here, or the way I throw frogs up here, it's like you see these overhangs back behind me. I'll go in these pockets, like these deeper pockets, and I'll skip that frog up underneath these overhangs, and you can get on a good bite. It's not there yet, but you can get on a good bite. I got all that out of my system because you got to do that sometimes, right? You know, then I went on down the lake, on further down the river, and it starts to open up a little bit, and it's more like a lake. It's more like lake fishing. And, you know, I started graphing, which I love graphing on this John boat, dude. It is so freaking easy, and you got that tiller, and dude, you can bob and weave across those points, dial in a piece of brush or a rock pile or deep side of a point. Like, you could really dial it in. You don't have to turn that wheel and all the way back around. You just take that tiller and then whack, 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 bam. It's like doing a donut, you know. I was like, all right, I'm staying out of the shallows. I'm going to main channel points. All right, and when I started doing that, I started graphing. I'm flipping, I'm pitching, I'm casting. So I started graphing like these points, and I started seeing some stuff, and I seen some new stuff that I've never seen before. So late summertime bass fishing, the water temp is 82 degrees. We're 2 weeks into September. So you can kind of figure, you know, it's like you want to go shallow, you want to crank, you get forced to go back out deep, which is fine with me. But the thing is, I learned a lot more today just by graphing some points. You know, I took my time. I didn't just put the trolling motor down and hit every point. I actually graphed the points and seeing what all was on there, whether it was rock or brush pile or trees or any kind of structure on there. And I found some really good stuff I never knew was there. And I fished some of it. And my main bait today, I can't show you that. It's something new from Missile Baits that we're coming out with. I'll just use this one. It's the Quiver 4.5. Pretty much using it as a shaky head, and no, we're not coming out with a shaky head. But I was working it like a shaky head, and I was throwing it on those points. Oh, I catch big uns. Just kidding. He's tiny. fish like some really short deep points, and I fished some long tapering points, and it seems like the long tapering points was the deal for me. And you know, I caught some small fish on this, and I caught a decent one on it. And then, and let me show you my setup for that. Never mind. Let's just get to the juice. So, and this is my favorite. And if you, and I feel like if you have confidence in a bait and you have a certain way you love to fish that way. Just change the depth that you're in. Look, he done took my pincher. The last fish took my pincher. But anyway, I was using this Ike's Mini Flip. It's a 3/8 ounce. It has a real small profile, and I think that was kind of the deal because this lake gets hammered, like gets totally hammered all year. And I figured after being beat on, you know, everybody's deep during the summer. Oh, good one. Maybe. Feels good. Could be a catfish. It's a catfish. Told you. Oh, cat. Got him, though. He ate that jig. See how I said that? He ate that jig. Like your granddaddy says, it ate that jig. Got it here. I wanted to downsize, and I put this Ike's Mini Flip. Like I said, it's a 3/8 ounce, and I put a baby D-bomb on it, a green pumpkin baby D-bomb. Actually done my own skirt. The skirts that come on them are fine. I'm a little finicky sometimes. Using 18-pound Sunline Sniper, and it's fresh. It's fresh line. This is fresh line. A 7.5-to-1 Lew's Smash reel. This reel is $99. All right, I've been fishing with it all year. I love this reel. And my Denali Lithium, 7-foot, medium heavy, jig and worm rod. And I'll skip with this, and I'll drag points with it. I'll cast with it. I'll whatever with it. I'll sword fight with it. This is my setup right here. This is what I was doing. And what I like to do is, you know, instead of you know, you cast on a point, you find the juice on your graph. Or if you don't have a graph, just go fish points. You'll find it. You can kind of look up on the bank and kind of tell what, you know, not really. I would find the juice that I wanted to hit. Back off of it, I would cast to it. And then instead of like doing the Hank Parker, you know, like the lift, reel back down, lift, you can feel it, hitting the bottom. I cast out, and I like to sweep it. Almost like a Carolina rig. I like to sweep it because I can feel the bottom a lot better when and you got to understand, you know, I was in 25 foot of water throwing the 15 foot, maybe throwing a 12 foot, but I really wanted to feel that 3/8 ounce jig. It's a light jig for fishing deep. And I would throw it out and I would just drag it on the bottom real slow. I know. I got ADD too. Real slow. Once you start feeling the bottom, then you stop getting bored. You're like, okay, there's something, and you're just waiting. Sometimes I'll just slowly reel it, like I'm slowly reeling, and just let that jig just kind of crawl through the bottom, because I mean that's what they're after, is crawdads, right? And that's pretty much what I did with this Ike's Mini Flip today, and caught a couple decent fish. I gotta go. Okay, I gotta go now because I've got ribs to cook tonight, and I might show you a rib recipe if you're interested. Is that cool? Okay, thanks for watching all my videos. I really appreciate it. I know half the time I don't know what I'm talking about, but y'all keep coming back and liking and subscribing and commenting. I love that. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. Probably give a dog a bone. All right, I'm gonna stop the rapping stuff. Twitter, kind of, not a big Twitter fan. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna get out of here because I've got to go. I've got ribs to smoke. I'm gonna smoke ribs tonight and some chicken thighs. You want some? You want to go? You want to look at my recipe and see how I do it? Ain't my recipe, but we can both do it together. How about that? Let's do this.